We're here behind the scenes at the new Penguin Plunge exhibit at the aquarium, where we'll have a chance to meet Carmen, one of our animal care staff who takes care of these amazing animals. So we're here in what some people call the Penguin Palace on the staff. This is the holding room that we have established for our penguins. And we're here with Carmen, who's the aviculturist on staff that helps take care of all these amazing birds. Carmen, tell us a little bit more about these penguins. How long have they been here at the aquarium?
Well, these penguins have been here now around a month, and they're going to be staying with us until the end of September.
Okay, so in that month time they've been behind the scenes in a special holding facility we built for them. What did we have to do to help accommodate them?
Well, we did have to modify an existing holding exhibit. We added some land for them to walk around on, but also a filtration system for them that would be adequate for penguins.
Okay, so just by modifying one of our existing holding tanks that has been used for fish in the past, we're able to meet the needs of the penguins.
Absolutely.
So they've been there in the back for about a month now while we work on building their exhibit, this Penguin Palace that we're in, and then also getting the existing fiberglass tank here, the electrical hooked up to that, the filtration system. And so in that month that they've been behind the scenes, how have they been doing?
They've been doing great. They've been super noisy in the mornings and lots of swim time and just really getting to know us, and so it's been a great experience so far.
And it's also a chance for us to get to know the birds. You know, the birds have their own quirks and perhaps not quite personalities, but little idiosyncrasies about
Absolutely.
how we take care of them. Tell me more. We have the 4 different birds, Sly, South, Suki, and Oswald. Tell me a little bit more about them.
Sure. Well, Suki and Sly were both born at the Metro Richmond Zoo. They're both 8 years old, and they'll be turning 9 this summer. They both were then moved to the California Six Flags there. And then South and Oswald are brothers. They're both 3 years old. They're only 4 months apart.
So 2 of our birds are 8 years old. How is that in penguin age? Is that still young? Is that middle age? Are they getting old? How long does a penguin live?
Typically, a penguin's going to live around 25 years.
Okay, so they're just entering their prime of their youth.
That's correct.
All right. And so when the birds have been here, we have to obviously meet their nutritional needs. What have they been eating while they're here?
Since they've been here, we've been feeding them capelin, but these guys can eat a variety of fish. They can eat capelin, herring, mackerel, squid, sardines, mullet.
Okay, so we're looking for a variety of different nutritional fish. It's somewhere in the order of 6 to 8 inches is probably a typical length that these guys are going to eat.
That would be right. We're also supplementing their fish every day with vitamins.
Okay, so just like you are what you eat applies to people, it also applies to penguins. And so we try and get a complete nutritional diet. And so to make up for the fact that these fish we're feeding have been frozen and stored in a commercial freezer, we've got to give them a little extra each day in terms of vitamins.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, and then the birds have been, going about their routine. We feed them typically twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon also?
Yes, we've been feeding them every day at 10:30 and 3:30.
Okay, and then about how much does a penguin eat on average?
On average, these guys are eating close to a pound a day, sometimes even more than that. When they get close to molting, these guys can eat up to about half of their body weight a day.
Okay, so these penguins probably weigh what, between 8 and 10 pounds?
That's correct. They're all around 7 or 8 pounds right now.
Okay, so a pound a day is 10% of the body weight, so that's a large amount. And the reason they have to eat so much food each day is because living in a colder environment, they have to generate the metabolic heat to keep them warm as they swim in the water, so they don't become hypothermic. So they're basically little engines there.
That's right. These guys have a lot of energy to burn, so they have to store up a lot for that.
So behind this door are our 4 little penguins. You want to take a chance to meet them?
Yeah, I would love to.
There's obviously quite a bit involved in the care and feeding of these penguins. It takes a dedicated staff to make sure they stay healthy and provide a good experience for our visitors.